Thank you for joining me. This is Lead Tracking System with Tilda, Zapier, and Airtable. My name is Arpan Patel, and I'm joined Anant here in December 2019, and I do developing, I do low code, no code, so I get a little bit of everything. So starting with the initial part of this lead system, we're going to utilize Tilda, which is a low code, no code intuitive website builder, and they have a bunch of pre-designed blocks that you can build your page from or your site. We'll get more into that in the demo. They have a large blocks library ranging from covers, typography, photo galleries, background videos, forms, and more. It's born adaptive, meaning that you don't need to optimize pages for tablets and smartphones if you're using the pre-designed blocks, because it's responsively created. So if you instead create your own block with the zero block, you'll need to manually create CSS or within their styling, create responsive design for each pixel segmentation. Here are a couple a little information about Tilda. You have all the different integrations you can pull in. You can do email, Google Sheets, and this is for forms. So like if you do email marketing or gather leads, like what we'll be generating with this system, you can send that data out. You can natively integrate with Google Sheets, Telegram, Slack. We'll be using Zapier, but you could also do HubSpot CRM or Tilda's internal CRM, but for the purposes of our demo, we're going to be using Zapier. They also have native SEO where you can add SEO tags, clean URLs, file robots, and sitemaps, and it helps you up your page rank, help you get your site out there. You can integrate payment systems, say if you're using a workshop or if you're using Tilda as a shopping website or an online store, you can integrate Visa, MasterCard, Stripe, and PayPal. And say if you don't want to build a site from scratch, they have pages where you can get templates from, and we'll be using one of those templates in the demo. So I'll give you a little example of what we can do there. And so what I was saying about the Tilda CRM is where you can gather your leads from your own website and create a database within Tilda, but we won't necessarily be doing that. But as your specific use case, you can take a look at it. And then say if you don't want to design your own site, you can outsource it to any designers that are connected with Tilda. So if you want to publish your site, you can do so with like the free tier, and then you can do a little custom naming in the free tier, but you can also customize it on a paid account. You don't need to host it because whenever you click publish, the site is stored in the cloud. And then you can also, if you want to export the site and use it locally or on your own server, you can do that as well, or you can access it through an API. So our approach for using this lead tracking system, or Tilda, Zapier, and Airtable in general, is for Kono, which is a brand by Anant, and we connect and streamline your business apps to make your business platform more efficient. We can use Tilda to create fast and beautiful sites that require minimal technical experience, hence the low code, no code. And we can also increase lead generation, automated tracking of those leads, and eventually turn them into clients, which eventually turns into us getting paid. So we'll focus on this demo. So with Tilda, we're going to create a simple site with a form to gather the lead information. For Zapier, we're going to have two zaps. First zap is for the Tilda form data, and then that's going to grab that form data and send it into Airtable, and at the same time also send an email to your internal operations team saying someone's filled out the form. And then we're going to have a second zap in Airtable that has a next steps checkbox. So when that's clicked, it'll send next steps to the lead. So say if you have like a calendar link, say if you want to schedule a meeting with whoever filled out the form in the first place, we'll be able to do that through Zapier. And then again, Airtable, we're going to store the form data from Airtable, or store the Tilda form data in Airtable, and then have that checkbox for next steps. All right, let's get to it. So we're going to start with Tilda. We're going to start by registering. So let's just make a demo website. Click sign up. Little CAPTCHA. Bicycles, bicycles, bicycles. There we go. So this is going to be your dashboard once you're logged in. So this first site you're going to create, you can name it whatever you want. So let's just name it demo for now. So this is our first site. Great. So now let's create a page. So we're just going to make this super simple. I'll let you guys, if you guys want to check Tilda out, you can do it. You can play around with it. There's so much you can do with it. But for the purposes of our demo, we're just going to focus on making this streamlined as possible. So let's just go with a basic landing page. So again, this is what I was saying about the templates. Say these are all a bunch of business templates. You could do a store, and then you can insert your own company specific or content specific information that they have in the templates. So let's just go with basic landing page. Let's create the page. There we go. So you see here that you can like put in your logo, and then this is a header. So just as an initial way to visualize it, we can hit publish. Oh, I gotta verify the email address real quick. There we go. So let's go back. Let's publish. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to verify my email address for me to allow to publish the page. So if that comes up, just follow the steps provided, and then you can re-click publish, and then you'll get your site name. So this is a public link. So this is out there. So if someone visits this website, they can see what you've done. And then again, they have all this already integrated, right? Contacts. Again, we can change this however we want. And then let's go back to the website. So say if you want to change, just for now, you can just go to the settings, page description, page URL. If you go to the site settings, you can change the website title or the custom domain. So let's just make this demo. Let's hit save changes. Waiting for that to happen. There we go. So if we go back here and we republish, now we got a different link. Okay. So now if we want to utilize this form here that we have through contacts, well, actually, before I get to that, let me show you something that we can do for building a more complex site. So say you have this about, but you don't want this on the landing page. You instead want a separate page for that. We can just add a page. And then let's search for an about me. So an about us. So if I click that and hit create page. So now within our website, we have two pages. Our home page is the landing page, but now we have an about us page. So say if we don't want to make any changes just for demo purposes, if you click publish, you can write a custom thing here, but we'll just leave it as the template. And then for troubleshooting purposes, for any pages that you create, you have to publish them if you want to access them from other pages on your site. So once this is published, we can go back to our basic landing page. And if we go into content is how you edit what's inside. So if we go into buttons, there's a contact us. Actually, let's go to menu items. That's where we want to go. So you see how this is pound about. So that's on the block, right? So instead, we want to link it to a page. So we're going to link to page, and we can just click on about us. And then we want to open that in a new window so we don't take away from the landing page. And then any changes you make that you want to access on the full side, you want to publish it. So let's open the page. Let's click about. Great. Look, now you have your website, and then because this is just the page name, say if you manually change this to about me, you can do that. But look, now you have a way to access multiple pages on your site, kind of like a single page application. Okay, so now let's focus on the lead generation system. So I'll let you guys play with Tilda on your own. So we have this form here. So there's an email, your name, your message. Let's add some stuff to it. So let's go to the input fields, and then let's change the message to a phone number. So phone number, and then if we want to add stuff, we can, and we can make stuff required, but we're not going to do that for right now. So we're just going to save and close. So if you want to change the CSS of the block, you can, versus the content, which is the other one. But for right now, we're just focusing on the lead generation system. So if we go back to content, where do we send this form? Form data receiver. So it can be stored in the CRM section of Tilda, or we can connect something. Granted, you'll need a paid account to do so, but they have a free 2-week option. So let me, plans and billings. So start your 2 weeks. So say if you want a personal Tilda, so these are pricing options. You can see more, but let's just go with the free trial. Great. So now we have a free trial. So let's go to our dashboard. So we can go back to our website. Let's go to our landing page. Let's go back down to our form. Let's edit the content. So now we have the ability to connect something, right? So you can either go to the CRM or we can connect. So let's go to Zapier is what we want to use. So now these are what you'll need for setting up the Zap. You can save it for now. You can access them later. So you have the option to add this Zapier option to all the forms. But say if you have one form you want to send to one place and you have another form you want to send to another place, you can set up multiple connections per site. So let's skip that for now. Let's go to the settings. Let's rename this for our purposes. So this is Tilda to Airtable. And let's save changes. So now what we want to do is use this and set up this app. However, Tilda and Zapier, they have their integration is technically beta status. So what you'll need to do is go to this website. It's included in the slide deck on the additional info at the very end. But essentially you'll need to scroll down and find this follow the link and accept the invitation to connect. And it gives you a little information about how to set everything up. So again, you can follow these steps to make your own Tilda and Tilda Zap. So I just have this dummy website or dummy account for Zapier that we can use. Okay, so let's start with Tilda Publishing, new lead, continue. So say if we already have another Zap, we want to add another one. So say if we had 2 forms on this website, we could have one Zap for that form and one Zap for this form we're working on. So let's add a new one. And so what we'll do is we'll need to grab these keys and site IDs. So let's go to, let's go back here. Let's put in the API key, put in the site ID. Yes, continue. And let's go back here. It's all set. Continue. And then you can edit the names if you're familiar with it. So if we want to test our trigger, what we can do is use our, so let's go to back to our site. So what you'll need to do once setting it up, you'll need to make sure that the form is check marked to use the site. So you have to make sure it's check marked so that way you can send data. So it's save and close. And once that happens, you can see down here where the form data is being sent. It's just to make sure data will be sent to Airtable. So let's click publish and let's go to the site. So if we scroll down, our contacts. So say if someone reaches out to us, put in their email. Okay, and Then you click call to action. And again, you can edit all this, the content of call to action. So if you want to make it let's talk, or if you want to change the success message, you can do that as well. You can have it on success, change it to a different page. There's a lot of capabilities you can do, but I won't get into that right now. So let's go back here, test our trigger. And look, great, our information came through. Email, name, phone number, the ID of the request, domain, form ID. So let's continue. So now what we want to do is we want to send that to Airtable to store the leads. So we'll need to create a base. So let's go to Airtable. Let's add a base. Start from scratch. We don't need anything too complex. Let's start with name. Change this one to email. Forget, is there an email? Yep. Save. Change this to phone. Let's check phone number, save, and then let's add a checkbox for next steps. So say, we'll get to that later. But that's all we need. So let's actually, we need to change this, change customize field type, checkbox, save. All right. So let's go to Zapier, and then let's use our Airtable account. So our base is going to be demo base. Table is, let me just make sure, table 1, yep, table 1. Okay, name is show all option, oh, sorry, is field's name. Email is field's email. Phone number is field's phone. Next steps, again, that's going to be for the next Zap, but let's test and continue. And we should see everything in here, and we do. Great. So now what we'll do is turn this on. And then let's just make sure this works. So let's refresh this and get back to this form. So I think that's too many, but okay. Let's send that through, and then let's check. Boom, it's in, right? So now what we want to do is, so now we've created a system to gather leads from our website. So if someone likes our website, likes our services, so like likes our features that we have here, they want to talk. So we've created a way for them to come into our system, so that way internally we can take their information and then administer next steps. So actually with this Zap, let's add a next steps. So let's add a Gmail. Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's delete that. Let's add a Gmail. And then this is just for if you want an internal operations. Let's send it to work email. And so this work email, oh, whoops. This work email represents the operations group email or just whoever's your operations person. Okay, and then let's subject, new lead, field's name has filled out the contact form on Tilda's site. And then body would be the same thing. So let's filled out the contact form on the site. All right, and then let's continue. Test and review. Let's go to my email. There we go. So from whatever account you have set up as your email, again, this can change, but great, look, we have created a system to where we have a lead, fill out a form, get stored in Airtable, and then also notify operations that we have a new person. So now, after that person's been vetted or checked out, say if we want to send them next steps. So let's start by creating a, let's just start trial. Oh, no. Okay. So again, I don't have a free account, but let's just, in the back of our minds, we know it's there. Okay. There we go. So let's start a Airtable. We want to watch for new records, or you could do new records in view, depending on how you set your Airtable up. So let's do demo base, table 1, continue, test trigger. All right, cool. So now what we'll want to do is we'll want to, actually, we want to adjust this. So we'll actually want to create a view. Let's rename this. Let's do steps chosen. So this, we want to hide fields. Let's hide email, next steps, only allow this. All right, so let's go back to here. Let's go to new record in view. And then let's go to demo base. Actually, wait, sorry. Not hidden fields. We want to make a filter. There we go. That's what we wanted. So let's go back here. New record in view. Table 1, view, next steps chosen, continue. So this way it won't track every single person that's come in and send them an email. This will only track for people who've had this next steps marked. Let's go to, let's test the trigger. It might not find anything. So let's go back to our all view. Let's click on this first one and then let's go here. So now we have someone, right? So let's test this again. There we go, continue. Let's send an email to the person who signed up, and in the back of our mind, since right now we can't make multi-step apps because of the free account, in the back of our mind, we're also sending an email to operations saying, hey, an email has been sent for next steps. But this Zap will focus on sending an email to the lead. So let's send the email. Continue, and this will come from the email from the record. Or we can just CC whoever we're sending. So if we want to CC our operations team, we can do that. Might be easier just for this demo purposes. Again, we can change who to change that from. Subject would be please select date to chat. So if we want to send them a Calendly link, so hey or hello, name, thank you for reaching out. Please fill out this Calendly link. We'll assume we have one there, and pick a time to chat with whoever is available in the Calendly. So we'll do that, and then we can just thanks, and then whatever else you have, etc. All right, so let's hit continue. Let's test this out. Okay, sent. So let's go here, and this is the Anant email. So this is the CC. So I got a copy of it. And then if I go to my personal email, which was the one we set up with, oh, nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. And here's the link. So now we've created a system to gather a lead, store them in Airtable, and then once they've been vetted, we're sending them an invite to talk. So let's start from the very top and let's go through this process all together now what we set up. So let's start from the website. So this is already done. We can focus on published website. So let's close that out. You don't need these. Let's turn this one on. Let's go back. So now we have our Airtable to Gmail, and this one is from Tilda to Airtable. So let's go here. Let's go to our website. Let's enter in email. Test. Call to action. Again, all changeable. All these things are changeable. So now it's been submitted. So let's go to our Airtable. Let's go to our all view, and we have someone. Final test, whatever. So now we don't have anyone in our next steps chosen because we haven't vetted them yet. Okay, so say we've vetted them. Let's click next steps. And then let's go to next steps chosen. It's there. But because this is running on a 15-minute interval on the free account, let's make sure it hasn't ran yet. If it has, we'll check it. But if it hasn't run yet, yeah, I don't think so. All right, so let's go and let's manually run this once, just so we don't have to wait 5 minutes. All right, it was successful. So let's go to our Anant email. So this has the CC. Hello, final test. That's who we put in. Thank you for reaching out. Please fill out this Calendly link and pick a time to chat with whatever. When we go to the personal email, it's the same thing. And boom. So now you've created a lead tracking system using Tilda, a low-code, no-code website generator, Zapier, automation platform, and Airtable, a platform for data storage. So that's about it. And here at Anant, if you want to work with us, we do corporation to corporation engagement. We have subject matter expertise, architecture, and senior development, full or half day net 30 billing, US based and authorized experts. We travel to clients for scheduled on-site visits. We also have remote offshore resources available. If you want to contact us, you can visit us at anant.us. You can email us at solutions@anant.us, or you can call us at the number listed. And again, like I mentioned before, we have the additional info where you can get the link to the beta Tilda's app and go through the steps if you want to set it up yourself. But at this point, I'd like to open it up to questions, see if anyone has anything they're curious about. Go ahead. All right. Let's check the chat. All right. Looks like we don't have any questions. So I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope I was helpful. Had a little stumbles along the way, but I think we had a good turnout. And thank you for joining me again. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us at anant.us or solutions@anant.us, or if you want to call us again at the number listed, we'll be happy to help you. If you have more interest in the streamlining your business apps and making your business platform more efficient, please reach out to us. That's what we do. Thank you.